Hey guys, welcome back to Review a Day. Today we are going to talk about the recently released anthology, Flight Volume 5. I mentioned the Flight Explorer volume, which was the all ages title spinning out of the Flight series before, which I really enjoyed a lot. It was definitely a mixed bag, if you will, but it's a collection of short stories, so, of course it's a mixed bag. The Flight series is enormously popular, at least in terms of gigantic, really super thick graphic novels that are short story collections. And it's super successful for a reason. The fact of the matter is the art is great and the writing is great, and pretty much everything across the board is interesting, even if it doesn't completely work. The same holds true for Flight Volume 5, that there are a number of collections. Some of them feel more like slices of life, like they are taken from the middle of stories rather than the complete stories themselves. This is actually true for some of them, that they are continuations from previous Flight volumes or conceivably will be continued in next Flight volumes. That was really awkwardly phrased. Sorry. But I wanted to point out two things in particular. Richard Pose's Baseball 2 and Igloo Head and Tree Head in Disguise by Scott Campbell are so good that they made me smile with delight the entire time. I absolutely mean every word I just said there. They are wonderfully drawn, wonderfully written, really sweet, wonderful stories. And that's the best thing I could say about this. This is a really positive volume. When you have most of mainstream superheroics going to people getting their limbs chopped off and things getting darker to make them more adult and more serious, the wonderful thing about the Flight series is that it manages to be adult while not being serious. A lot of people look at some of these stories and say, "Oh, well, this is an all ages volume," and certainly in there it is. There's no cursing, there's no nudity, there's really no violence or anything like that. But it feels like a very grown up story collection, even if a lot of the art is cartoony. A lot of the art is cartoony, excuse me, and a lot of it can be read by kids. I would actually recommend this for everybody from ages 8 to 80. It really though, it's that good. It's absolutely worth picking up, and the cover price is $25, but it's completely worth it. If nothing else, the art is gorgeous, and you'll see new techniques that you don't usually see used in comic books used here. Great volume, really good. Definitely pick up the previous four if you haven't, because each volume is very different and very unique on its own. But this is probably the easiest one to find because it just came out. Here's hoping that they have Flight Volume 6. And I will see you guys tomorrow.